Hey everyone, so today I picked up three old ones. They're actually sold at retail, but they're from 2025's L case apparently. And so let's get started. So the first one will be a Model A, custom of course, and so that's what I searched out here. I bring up the computer today. So that looks very much like this casting it looks like, but you can see there's just a lot of cool Model A's out there. Alright, so let me change the light angle here. Unfortunately, they don't really tell anything about the car. You know, there's no real story in 2025. I guess, I don't know if this is the first colorway or not. Let me check that out. Well, I checked it out as not. This is the second color to come out. The first one was like a red color. Alright, so if you're a stickler for that kind of stuff. But me, I'm actually just building up a massive Hot Wheels to try out the tracks, see if I like that kind of stuff. We'll have to see in the future if I do. But anyways, here we go. We have a very high rised suspension, I guess like a stock height, ride height. And then we have these really thin wheels slash tires up front. They're actually only 2 spokes, which is interesting. And then really fat, well, in comparison, really fat tires in the rear. So it definitely looks like a hot rod. And there's the copyright date there, and then yeah, it tells you exactly what it is in 1931, so that's nice. The base of this one is plastic, right? So then the top is metal. And so we have a pretty good amount of detailing here. This grille looks nice, the Ford badge outline, and then you have this taped off headlight covers, which is neat. I guess this must be indication of like the leaf spring suspension. And then we have the exhaust pipe just sticking out the side, which is pretty cool. That would be so loud, it would be crazy. Anyhow, a little engine detail back in there. And then nicely done paint. We have an olive drab, kind of not glossy, but not really matte either. Maybe like a satin finish. But then they tampo printed on all these mud effects, mud, and maybe gray primer, some sort of CC, maybe that's the designer's initials or something. A little Hot Wheels banner there, number 43, door hinges sticking out. Some sort of text there I can't make out. Maybe that's the designer. I like that the side windows aren't actually there, so you can see into the interior nicer, or easier. And there's a little bit of a raised ridge here. I assume on a normal Ford there would have been like a trim piece there, like chrome or something. There's also a little ridge back here. Let's go around here. Alright, so license plate area, and I'm gonna guess the light for the license plate. A little panel gap there, and then a little cute rear window there. Alright, the top, some sort of bump, not sure what that would be for. And then a ridge going across, and some black racing stripes. Yeah, that's pretty neat, and even mud getting up on the roof of this thing. And so we have a cutout roof with what looks like maybe cross members for strength, or maybe it just has to do with the clear plastic needing to be there. And nice, we just looking inside, nice and easy. We have some ribbing. We have an old vintage racing helmet, it looks like, with some goggles. That's really cool. And then look, it's not even a pizza pan steering wheel. It's actually a proportionally, I think that's a relatively accurate size steering wheel. Okay, well, yeah, this is actually pretty cool. Very neat. I don't know how well it's going to do on a track because it's probably pretty lightweight. And it's also got a really high center of gravity, but it looks pretty neat. I like it. Let's look at some images again now. So BMW rally cars do exist. And this is the first colorway, by the way, this red one. But you know, rally cars, they're actually not so high. But a Dakar kind of rally car, so I did a different search for that. You know, these things are clearing all sorts of terrain out there in the middle of nowhere. So I have a feeling maybe this is inspired more by Dakar rallies versus the WRC rallies. I might be mistaken, you know, I don't work there at Mattel. So number 5 of 5 of Safari mode, and I apologize, the Model A was 7 of 10 of the dirt, and there's the release number of the year, but to my experience these don't come out in sequential order. This one's number 2 of 3. Again, no text on the back really of importance. So we have the plastic on the bottom here, and then you can see a little bit of the metal coming through the rivet there of the top. So it tells you what it is. This time we actually have some text here, and alright, that all looks fine, I guess. And actually the silver doesn't even look bad. It doesn't look very swirly because they added this grain texture in the majority of it. And so we have these off-road tires that look kind of neat, but they still have a smooth rib, so theoretically that should roll down the track pretty nice. And we have some, boy, maybe guessing fog lights there, and this little brush plate. A little grill texture is nice. Super big. Maybe these must be definitely fog lights or auxiliary lights. Same with up here. And so it's really neat that they brought the windshield plastic to become these two fog lights. Yeah, well, whereas this black is part of the fenders, which is another smart design methodology Hot Wheels does, right? The fender flares have perfect color separation due to the fact that it's literally a different material from the die cast. And we have a little inlet vent there. The headlights there are protruding. Possibly could add some paint on those. I'm not sure what's going on there. There's no like venting for the cabin. And this is really neat how they have the one wiper blade, but they actually have it smooth where it's sweeping. And then I guess, you know, this texture representing all sorts of dust and stuff on the windscreen. Maybe some lights up here. And this, I guess, must be a snorkel, if I had to, which is what I'm doing, guessing. Tiny little stubby mirrors. A little accent detail there. The door handle is sticking out as well as the finger recess. And then we have the mini badge there. And then nice little racing stripes, and then this the number with real sponsorship there, and then all the dirt effects. So it looks pretty neat. You know, look at this. This is a nice detail as well. How they brought up this little kickboard from the base. You know, so the black plastic is so thin here, but it's really nicely executed. I would say. Nice two center exhaust tips. Some recesses there. I'm not sure what these two bars or boxes are. Wouldn't need bumpers in the car, I don't think. But you have some indications of two spare tires back there, and taillights there as well. Although these taillights aren't sticking out so much, they would be hard to add paint to, but I mean, seeing how taillights are red on this colorway is not a big deal. And then we have a little panel cut, as well as the paint getting around that. And then the windshield or windows become this gas tank on a rack. And then what's this? Oh, I guess that's the outline of, say, a rally. Right? It actually looks like a Monte Carlo rally kind of shape. So yeah, and then obviously high riding again. We got these 5 spokes, off-road looking 5-spoke mags. Another neat one, I would say. I like minis. In particular, I like the classic minis, but I also like the car racing. So this is I like the car racing more than the BMW minis, but that's pretty neat. I do find the labeling of this is just Ford Escort. Could have been a little more precise, right? Looking at the images, this is like a 1990s Escort, the Escort RS, anyhow. So let's take a look at this in purple, number 4 of 10 of Compact Kings. So we have the plastic base. Tells you, so again, it's just very generic, a Ford Escort. There have been so many generations and types of Escorts. But anyways, it dates back this casting quite a while. Then we have the text in the flame, some suspension details, skid plate. Just smooth here, and then it's cool to have these 6 auxiliary lights here, and then we also have the main headlights here. So there's a little recess there, and this one's actually sticking out a little bit. Going around to the side, this is a nice metallic purple. Let's see, the other ones were not metallic at all. So we have some aero disc wheels here in white. I'm not sure if what these two things are, if they're maybe jacking up points. There's a bit of a door handle and a finger recess there. The panel cuts are kind of deep. And a whole lot of paint on this one, of different colors, right? Real sponsorship. Yeah, unfortunately the windows are actually there. Might be a little hard to see inside there. Taillights do have a good definition, so if you wanted to add some paint, that would be pretty easy. Nice big area here to add a custom license plate if you want, and then some recesses here. I think they would take black paint well, and this is nice as well. The wing itself actually isn't super thick like on other Hot Wheels, even though there's only 2 struts. That's kind of realistic looking. Alright, going up to the top, we have a little intake, I assume, to the cabin. Nice printing up here, and then a big vent here in the hood. And the wiper blades are casted in down here. This is done really well. I like it. It's I like rally cars, so not bad. But even the way they casted this, that I think you could actually customize it relatively easy. Alright, do some weight checks. I'm honestly not sure if weight matters a great deal on the tracks, but just to be safe, let's see what these things check in as. That's kind of light, being a small casting. Yeah, that's actually very light for how big it is. That's quite interesting. And then that actually is quite heavy. Granted, it's the biggest of the 3 castings, so I think what it is because it's dating way back to 2015. They were using more metal back then. It didn't cost as much, whereas maybe this body, they trimmed down the walls. Also, it doesn't even have a rear there, so. Everyone has their own thoughts and opinions. I'd be curious which one of these 3 you like the most. For me, I'm going to go with the Rally Mini here, the Lil Roar. It's got a lot of different things going on, you know, detail-wise, and it's it's just weird to see a Mini so high off the ground. So I enjoyed that aspect of it. There's nothing wrong with the other 2 castings, though. I mean, if you like classic rally racing... Oh, I didn't even look into the interior of this. Sorry, I lost track, and nor the other one. I just get so sidetracked by certain things. So the orange plastic, this actually has a decent amount of detail. You got the shifter and e-brake there. The steering wheel is super small, though. And then you can see the interior is not a road interior. The passenger side has a fire extinguisher and maybe a battery down there. But it does actually have the passenger seat or the navigator or whoever the person is that helps out driving. And there's a whole spare wheel back here, and it coincidentally is an aero disc kind of wheel. What's that thing? I don't know what that would be. Looks like cheese. Okay, sorry, let's go back to this one. I like how the racing windows, you know, they're not, some of it's just open air. And then racing bucket seats, it looks like. There's a stick shift there. Very kind of a basic steering wheel. Center console, interesting 3 little things and 3 gauges above it. And it's like a recess in the seat rest. There are actually harness recesses there and headrests. Alright. It's funny, you'd think I would have a certain way of reviewing things, but even after 3,000 videos, I don't. I just go into these things blind, and I don't know. I don't even know what I'm going to say most of the time, but I just like collecting things. Hopefully you guys do too. That's probably why you're on this channel. And if you like Hot Wheels, this year I'm going to review a lot because I don't know, they're so inexpensive, they're so accessible, and I'm starting to really just enjoy analyzing how they're designed, you know, what's going on there. So thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.